All praise to the Most High. Let the heaven declare His glory. All praise, all praise, all praise. All praise to the Holy Spirit. Let the earth honor her wisdom. All praise, all praise, all praise. All praise to the Most High. Let the angels sing great glory. All praise, all praise, all praise. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh. Acknowledgement to our brother Yahweh Shai. Great love to the Ruach Kadesh, hallelujah. Honor and respect to Yasharala. This is your brother Big Levi, a humble servant from the priesthood of the Most High. You can't be the master chess player. 83 pulpit pen player dogma, leading the ship to the slaughter. Psalm 75:8, Lamentation 4:21, precept like Isaiah. The word to the wicked cause nausea. The priesthood of Mahan give you Caesar Rebusha. He's in fact the Antichrist, not the Savior. Vladimir Putin knows who the true Messiah. Whether they pray in Mecca, burning incense to Buddha, whether it's a low average or an alien from how, they all know who we are. The great, beautiful, sweet apple of his eye. All praise to the Most High. Let the heaven declare His glory. All praise, all praise, all praise. All praise to the Holy Spirit. Let the earth honor her wisdom. All praise, all praise, all praise. All praise to the Most High. Let the angels sing great glory. All praise, all praise, all praise. Many take care for Babylonia. Conflagration of the city of Kenosha. Fiery plague in West Coast America. Wildfire rampant in California. From Santa Rosa to Pasadena. Warlock by Corona. Rumors of war. China and India. Actual fake war between Asia and Hezbollah. Gossip of America. Squabble with Russia. Genesis 15:13 is fulfilled. Hallelujah. Acts 7 verse 6. Back it up. Praise God. Revelation 13:10 is your karma. Our Father is Alpha, He is Omega. Revelation 1:8, Abayada, Wayada. With the right choose, do our mea culpa. Let us all praise His name in a cappella. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh. All praise to the Most High. Let the heaven declare His glory. All praise, all praise, all praise. All praise to the Holy Spirit. Let the earth honor her wisdom. All praise, all praise, all praise. All praise to the Most High. Let the angels sing great glory. All praise, all praise, all praise. All praise to the Most High. Let the heaven declare His glory. All praise, all praise, all praise. All praise to the Holy Spirit. Let the earth honor her wisdom. All praise, all praise, all praise. All praise to the Most High. Let the angels sing great glory. All praise, all praise, all praise. turn the dark into a spotlight. Every closed door turned my soul out a lot big light. Funny how the stones they threw became my staircase. Whoa, watch me glow, watch me glow. Turn my pressure into diamonds, now I'm lit up. Every note became the fuel and I will get stuck. If they hate, let them hate, that's a free promotion. I was built for the wave, I became the ocean. Can't dim my sun that's self-made. Watch me shine through the shade.
I got dreams so big they need their own zip code. Walking through fire like the flames got my info. They said stay in your lane, I bought the highway. Now every exit got my name on the driveway. What weighs more, a ton of doubt or a pound of belief? Funny thing, one sinks ships, one builds a fleet. I was chasing purpose while they chased approval. Trying to fit in is the slowest form of removal. I learned if they clap when you fail, they were never your audience. If they vanish when you win, that was never an alliance. My reflection asks, who are you when nobody's watching? I answered, the same king still building when the kingdom isn't popped. Blow up, turn my pressure into diamonds, now I'm lit up. Every note became the fuel and I will get stuck. If they hate, let them hate, that's a free promotion. I was built for the wave, I became the ocean. I wore my pain like designer, now my confidence finer. Every wound became wisdom, every prison became vision. Riddle me this, what grows when you cut it? A dream, every setback watered it. I stopped asking permission, started action direction. Stopped chasing validation, started building elevation. They couldn't read my future, they were stuck in old chapters. Trying to judge my flight while staring from the rafters. I learned the moon don't argue with the clouds in the sky. It simply waits its turn and reminds the dark why it shines. Glow up, turn my pressure into diamonds, now I'm lit up. Every note became the fuel and I will get stuck. If they hate, let them hate, that's a free promotion. I was built for the wave, I became the ocean. I became the answer to the questions they doubted. The voice they ignored got the whole world shouting. And I became the flower in impossible weather. The proof broken pieces still become treasures. What's a ceiling to a rocket? What's a lock to a key? What's a cage to a spirit that remembers it's free? The glow was never outside, the goal was always within. The whole time they were fighting shadows, we were becoming light again. Let it burn, every fear, every lie they put in your ear. Let it fall, every chain, every ceiling made from their pain. You were born for more. You were built for this. The universe whispers your name. Don't let them make you miss it. Hey. Turn my pressure into diamonds, now I'm lit up. Every mountain became proof that I don't give up. Every scar became a star when I connect. Every loss became a lesson, resurrect. Watch me rise, watch me rise. Some people spend their whole lives hiding their light. Some spend their whole lives becoming it.
All praises to the Most High. To our earthly mother, the Ruach HaKodesh, to Yahweh Shah. All praises to our celestial, our ancestors, who got us to this point, who did the things that they shouldn't have, yet here we are, doing the thing, glowing up, rising up, seeing things from different vantage points that has the whole world shook. And it's very interesting how things look. You got Trump causing another war that we all knew never stopped. But as before, as it was written, we should not be troubled. So now here we are at this point in time where we're able to see now the five foolish virgins of Cain, who think that they should be entertained still, when they're the ones lacking oil. They're running out here trying to think that they can say things to us to, charge us up when we're glowing up. The aura is around us. And if you can't see that, you are not us. If you're trying to be forgiven and forgive and forget, you are not us. If you're still considering yourself trying to bring some sort of understanding with Paul, you're not us. We are now at the precipice of our kingdom. You can see the prophecies happening all over the place. When I go and walk through the world, the valley of death, I fear no evil. Matter of fact, I rejoice at the fall of the enemy of my Elohim, the enemy of righteousness. And people don't understand this because they're not us. They weren't blessed. They weren't Baraka with the understanding of wisdom. And rightfully so, because we know what the Most High told Jeremiah, that all the prophets, the fake false prophets, he will kill. And all those that run behind those prophets, he will kill. And some people say, well, that's not God. God is love. God is all. Our Elohim is all things. He's not all things to every man. He's only all things to us, for us, about us. He just waited patiently on his time for us to be able to see what we used to do was dastardly and against him and against ourselves, psychologically. Balaam told the world, hey, the only way that you can destroy these people is to get them to curse themselves. And we did that. And now we're not doing it. And now look at them. Look at the world. The whole thing has created a systematic downfall of the heathen's world. And that's psychology. That's psychology. The five virgins have, they're not, the call went out. I'll say it like this. The call went out. The Most High had a call. Hey, I'm here. He's turned his face back to y'all. And he's here for us. And we took heed and we heard from him. And now we're, calm, comforted. And the world is in trouble, double trouble. They're back trying to figure out how to, do something that they used to do where they felt good about doing it, and they can't. Everything that they do, go to the beach, go to the mountains, go to a resort, everybody dying, everybody lying, everybody cheating, everybody stealing. Everybody has created a God of their own making. And yet here we are just trying, take that back. Here we are doing what we're supposed to do here at the end. And that's to seek justice. Again, not for just us per se, but also for our forefathers and foremothers, for their day. For Yahweh Shai, the brutal murder. For the prophets who all were killed. For a church to come up and steal our scrolls. For them to say in the throes of their wars, oh, Jesus died for your sins, although they're sinning and sinning and sinning and sinning again. And we can see the hypocrisy of the whole world today. None of it is righteous. None of it is free. You've got to do things to obtain it. And every time that we have done this thing to obtain fame and fortune, we fell off. But now we're not, because we have the oil. And the oil, it symbolizes wisdom. It symbolizes collective consciousness. It symbolizes righteousness. And without that oil, we would be like the foolish virgins. Who's the foolish virgins? The Christians, the Muslims, the Hindus, the Buddhists, the camps too. Everybody, everyone out here who is not seeking our Father's face, crying out for justice, is a foolish virgin. They have no oil. Balance is here. The black horse rides again. This is the time of the black horse riding. They call it a red horse, but it's the black horse. That horse is bringing justice and balance to the scales. They were all up in arms over Carmelo. They wanted justice. So they got it. They railroaded that young man. And then they went out and they killed this other young man. An eye for an eye. Justice in their minds. But yet, when we seek justice, we get pushed to the back. We don't even get it. We get called whack. We get called what? Black. Oh, you blacks, we gave you that white nigga McCormick or whatever the hell his name is, that vegetable man today, right now, as it is. He said, we gave you a black president, and that nigga Obama ain't even one of us. We all know it. He wasn't even just to us. He sat back and let the LG 56QP2 blue, white, black, yellow be over us for their cause to be just like us. And everybody out here upset because we're saying, hey, we're done with that. We're done with that. We're seeking our kingdom to come. And it's not for everyone. And that's a righteous thing. That's an eye for an eye. That is balance. That's the black horse. That's the song that the black horse sings. And everybody wants to act like they don't know no better. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. It wasn't me. Well, in the regeneration, you see, oh, well, I don't believe in that. Not our problem. That dude that wanted to say he went to the gates. Oh, well, I'm going to go to the gates with Abraham. Abraham's already in the kingdom, fool. We're being led by Yahweh Shai to the gates, and the patriarchs will, and the celestial will divvy us up to go through the gates of our tribes to get into our kingdom. There's no, oh, well, I get to just come in any kind of way because I believe in Jebus of the whites. You've had 3,500 years, world, to get it right. And look at your world. There is no light in it. The burden is heavy. The white man's burden that they poignantly coined as the empire, as the sun never set on the empire, now it's darkness. Now it's gloom. Now it's doom. And somehow the world has these betrayers in our midst. wanting us to covet all these lands, this and that and this, wanting us to believe in forgiving our enemies so that they can have a continuation within their nation of salvation. Yet, when we say no, salvation is for us, just us here at the end of your reign of your kingdom, everybody mad. The juxtaposition of the whole thing is the fact that justice comes at the end for the kingdom to come for the righteous ones. Our Elohim is just. It doesn't matter what anybody believes or thinks. We're looking at it. We are the empirical data. We are the experienced ones from the regeneration of our nation to obtain the righteous salvation for our kingdom. You can't even make this stuff up. We're watching literally his story open up. The story of the heathen has been open. The book is open. And now they're being judged. Their testimony is being judged. And they want us to be quiet. They don't want us to realize our righteous decree. And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight with the 5 foolish virgins, whom has no oil and no light. Because if you have no oil, what don't you have? Light. This is the concept. This is the might of our father, our mother, our brother, and our people. This is his heritage, light, to light up the world. And the world that we light up is our kingdom. Yahweh Shai came, he said, the Most High said, let there be light. Come on, Yahweh Shai, come over here. Let there be light. Yahweh Shai came. People are pontificating, oh, well, the light, The light was Yahweh Shai in the beginning. Then he said, listen, all right, the light's here. I need to bring my spirit. Ruach, come. And she came. And then all of a sudden they were like, let's make a man, a woman in our image. And they did this. But they knew that it was going to be a long travel for us, not for them, but for us, it was going to be a long haul to get to where we have to get to, which is the kingdom of righteousness. They knew that. They planned that. They didn't haphazardly allow things to happen, didn't know. They knew they wanted it to happen. Why? Because they wanted the perfect being in the physical. Esoterically, you can't be perfect if you don't seek it, if you don't go through something. And now, because we were judged first, now we get to see it all and have the thirst for righteousness. These preachers, these pastors, these no good prophets of the heathens, they don't understand what righteousness is. They're not even seeking that. They're seeking something that what was, not what is, and certainly not what shall be. Everyone's trying to hold us back, you see. Because if they hold us back to get us to go forward, then everything continues to move for them, not us. Hence why we delineate. Hence why the Father said he will sanctify his people at the end. And you don't see that happening? We know about Cain. I mean, that was a huge gain of wisdom. Huge. To understand the 5 tenets, right? Why do they hate us so? They love themselves. You could say, oh, they love the Canaanites only, to love their brothers only. They love themselves. They're lovers of themselves. They love robbery. They love to steal. They love lewdness. They are perverted beings. That's why everything you see on TV has gone to somebody's body. That's why every woman can walk around here half naked, enticing all the heathen to do something, then get mad after they got exposed for their wretchedness, and try to go to court and try to get some justice. When they're the ones knowing how Cain is, knowing how the wild man is, knowing that he is a degenerate, they show their body. Lewdness. Then they can't tell the truth. They can't tell any bit of truth. You would think that as we rise and we're saying who we are and where we're going and whose we are, they would say, you know what, you niggas, that's right. Okay, that's good. Oh, the Yasharel's back. No, they lie. They continue to lie. And then they want to hate us. They hate their masters. Not only the masters, but watch this, the master of the house, which is our Elohim. So they've hated all of these things, which the Father could not give them light, which means that they never got the oil, which means that they are fools. Only the foolish wants no oil. They ran around talking about Jebus of the whites, talking all night and about they got the light, frightening everybody and everything, doing vice. Not one time looking for righteousness, not one time doing the right thing. No oil. Now, all of a sudden, we got our oil. We've delineated, the Father sanctifying us. We're saying to everyone, we don't care. We're seeking justice, for justice is what's here. Now we have oil, and they're coming to us. I'll debate you. Give me some of your oil. They come to us talking about, that's not true. Give me some of your oil. They come to us talking about, oh, well, you guys always talking about this. You talking about that. Give me some oil. No, you don't get no oil. You get none. And a matter of fact, even if I wanted to give you oil, you wouldn't be able to hold the oil. Your bags, your canisters, your lanterns are broken. So there's no light to be given while we hold the light. We are the light. The light is in us. The oil is in us. He told us, no longer at the end will I give you guys a book to read. I will put that word, my word, in you. So now we sit back and we can read something, and then we can gain the remembrance of a thing. We can obtain the spiritual ramifications of righteousness. We can now understand that what we used to do was terrible, diabolical to the truth. Now we're saying, no, Father, we're done with all of that. We want these people removed so that we can deal with truth, love, righteousness, balance. So we don't have to entertain the 5 foolish virgins of Cain, of vice. So when I go to my brothers and sisters, I can give some oil and they can reciprocate righteously. That's what's going on. And we see it. And it's a beautiful thing. That's why we're glowing up. We're glowing. This is the aura. This is the halo, the glow. of our people. But you can only get the glow if you have the oil to have the light to find righteousness. Darkness begats darkness. Hate begats hate. We're not hating anyone. We're wanting, for our sake, righteousness. That's why the foolish virgins don't understand how to obtain light and hold oil, because they don't want righteousness. They want lewdness. They want robbery. They want lies. They want to hate. They want to deal with their own people for their own people's sake. And yet, we're supposed to care when we're separating? That's the point. Now nobody wants to be close to them. Now they want to be closer. Hey, come on. Just like the young brother Nolan situation. They all over the talk of the tick. They like, oh, well, white people, that's right. White people are you can't trust them. Yeah, we know that. We've been saying that. This is not new. This isn't an epiphany. We know this. However, there are some that certainly are with us. There are some Asians that are with us. But at the same time, we are with ourselves 100% solely. So we don't care that now everybody's waking up to realize that they've been lied to. That's not our problem. It didn't say, they're going to, the Gentiles will wake up and say that, we have inherited lies. And now now Yasharel's got to help us get to the king. It didn't say that. Matter of fact, that's not even within the realm of possibility. It didn't say that, Ish is going to come and Ish and all of them who say they are you but are not are going to come and worship our Elohim at your feet. And then you're going to turn around and you're going to pick them up and then, it's going to be kumbaya. No, it doesn't say that. We are far past all of these people mentally. This is a psychological psyop. That's what the mind is a terrible thing to waste. The Father was like, my people who are called by my name, when they humble themselves, I shall turn my face back to them. And this is where we are. He didn't say, oh yeah, and then plus I'm going to turn my face back to Cain, Canaan, the Lamechs, the Japhets, the Edomites. No, he didn't. That's why everybody out here who is trying to forgive cannot. If forgiveness was the key to salvation, it would have already been done. Because there was certainly a time in the 60s where we were like, okay, 50s, 40s, we're like, let's just forgive these people so we can move forward. And it never happened. It never happened. Because that's a pipe dream. That's a meth pipe dream for the heathen. And now, guess what? It's even Steven. It's Carmageddon. It's time to pay. And we're not helping anyone. We pray for our own people. Why? Because no one else has done that. We gave our oil to all these people. We sat back and prayed for Jeebus of the whites, for everybody, the whites, the blacks, the Asians, the Hispanics, the Latins. We prayed for the Africans. We prayed for everyone and got nothing back. So now it's the payback. It's going to be the greatest payback in the history of the universe. The great payback. And people upset. It would suit the world to recognize whose we are so that they can get on board or get left behind. Because we're not stopping time, because this is our turn to rule. And for all that's said and done, this is a righteous thing. You know what I mean? Like, this is it is only fair that righteousness wins at the end. It's only fair. Wickedness has done a diabolical thing. And those that continue to sing the sad song of wickedness, they got to be wiped out. And that's a good thing. Because wickedness and righteousness cannot rule at the same time. It just can't work like that. It's either one or the other. And that's the fairness of the Most High. He allowed wickedness to do its thing, not only to his people, but to his creation, so that he can have the righteous thing at the end. That's fair. That's why these foolish virgins are in despair. That's why they're in dismay. That's why they can't find their way. That's why there's no light in them. That's why the world is decaying. That's why it's wars and rumors of wars. But be ye not troubled. Wait, I thought it was going to be Jacob's trouble. Be ye not troubled. For this all must come to pass. And now that it's they ask, they want us to pray for them. No. Our prayers is our oil. Our prayers is for us. Our prayers is justice. This is the reckoning of the awakening, so that we can be primed for our kingdom. That's why the Father said, go line upon line, just line upon line. In everything that you do, be righteous. It doesn't matter if the heathen's doing madness, jumping out of planes and such. Just be righteous to your brothers and your sisters so that your nation can flourish. Because if you don't, I'll start over somewhere else. But he loves us. He loves his people because he made a covenant with us. And now everybody's upset because he made a covenant with us. They want to make a covenant with him. And that's much to their chagrin and not going to happen. That's why they all got that look on their face. That's why they're all in disgrace. That's why shame covers them. That's why right now our oil is strong. Like, our oil is refined. It's purified. We've gone through the fire with our oil. That's why the 5 tenets of Cain has shown who these people are. And that's why they're on the boil right now. Literally. You got all these pestilences upon them. It's hot, real hot. And they can't even deal with it. The minds are gone. That heat gets to them. It's a wrap. They doing too much. The mind's gone, just gone. And here we are with much love, much respect to each other, our Elohim, our ancestors, our celestial, in the esoteric. And they can't come to that. They can't get through that portal. Their Pope opened the door for the Shadim to run out into it. this world of wickedness. And for that, we give all praises. We give all praises that now the hunt begins for the wicked. So all praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. We're doing the thing that we're supposed to do. And it's a beautiful thing to see. Like literally. So all those that are out here that are cleaving, cleave. Stand up. Speak. Don't be scared. Be free. We are. We're not scared of, we're not jealous. There's no more jealousy, which, mind you, was their only purpose. He brought a foolish people, he brought the 5 foolish virgins of Cain over us to bring us to jealousy. Now, nobody cares about their lewdness. Nobody cares about their robbery. Nobody cares about their lies. Nobody cares about their hating us, their masters, hating our Father. Nobody cares about that because that's their judgment. So now there's nothing left. There's nothing left for them. There's no envy. There's no jealousy. Our eyes is on the prize, our kingdom, and their demise. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Great glory indeed. Great, great, great glory. Brother Sly.
Shalom, Mark. All praises to the Most High.
Shalom, Mark. Shalom.
My brother, once again, you touched on so many points. I don't know if I should go to the 3rd book of Enoch or Jeremiah 7, because you touched on both through the Spirit.
Bring it out.
These Canaanites were basically moving in the same spirit that Balaam was moving in. Because you already said it, my brother. I remember many days when I prayed for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And they know our nature. Naturally, we are very compassionate, loving people.
Mm-hmm.
So while praying for our enemies, we were cursing ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And our brother, the prophet Jeremiah, he warned us. Therefore, pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry, nor pray for them. Don't even cry for them. Don't shed tears for these people.
Mm-hmm.
Neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee. Jeremiah 7:16. So every time we prayed for these people, we cried for these people, we lifted up in prayer, or we interceded, which is basically going against the will of the Father, we cursed ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And we were giving away our oil.
Yep.
At the same time and didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it.
That's that spirit of every time something happens, well, do you forgive?
Right.
Well, do you forgive them? Like that Blasso heathen chocolate covered Edomite. What do you need to forgive? If you don't, says who?
Right.
And once again, forgiveness was for your brother and sister of your nation.
That's right.
Not your enemy.
Yeah.
Not the heathen.
And if your brother and sister became your enemy by being wicked to you, you don't pray for them either.
You make amends with them.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not supposed to let
if they ask for it though, right? In that Ezekiel, If they ask for it, if they come and they ask, didn't Yahweh Shah said that. If your brother comes to you and asks you for forgiveness, you forgive them 7 times, 7 times, 7 times, 7 times. But if they don't ask for it, how you going to forgive them? But go ahead, Ak, my bad.
Yeah, you're correct. But right now we are in a different age.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
First stick, second stick.
Yep.
So brethren would be forgiving brethren. Sistren would be forgiving sistren.
That's right.
Looking forward to the kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
the restoration of the nation.
Yep.
Now, if we go to we're going to 3 Baruch. 3 Baruch 15. Let me pull it up. And at that time, Michael came down, and the gate opened, and he brought oil. And for the angels who had brought the full baskets, he filled the baskets with oil, saying, Take, give 100-fold reward to our friends and to those who have laboriously done good works. For those who have sown well, harvest well. And he said to those who had brought half full baskets, Come you also, receive the reward according to what you brought, and give it to the sons of men. Then he said to those who brought the full baskets and those who brought the half full baskets, Go, Baraka our friends, and tell them that thus saith the Most High, You have been faithful over a little. He will set you over much. Enter into the delight of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere mentioned are the foolish virgins that had no oil,
That's right.
no baskets. They weren't ready. At least those with half full baskets, they made some type of effort.
That's right. They had some oil, right?
They had some oil, but we have people out here with no oil at all want to go back and forth with us. And once again, for the record, we don't do debates.
Mm-mm.
We hold wise counsel amongst each other.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, every doctrine that they've already put forth, we already have lessons out there proving them incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, we're taught to prove all things, not to keep proving all things.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly right. Keep on You got to keep proving it. Well, if you didn't get it the first time, why the second? Why the third? Why the fourth? Why the debate?
Now, you know, after the second or third admonition,
Mm-hmm.
reject.
Reject.
We're not dealing with you anymore.
Yeah.
You're rejected.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what they don't like, that they're getting rejected. They never thought they would ever be rejected. The world thought that everybody would love the vomit that they were baking, that they were making. Now that we don't want it, and the world says, wait a minute, that they don't want it, why should we want it? And now they're debating amongst themselves with no oil.
And the engine is about to lock up.
Not just lock up, seize.
Exactly.
Seize.
Grab, the hold, to
Right.
put hands on.
Come on. You see what I'm saying? See. That's right. All praises to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High.
So I want to read Jeremiah 14 real quick, because this goes to where, people, this is the Canaanites, it's the foolish virgins, right? And we're going to start at where'd it go? We're going to start at 13. Then I said, this is Jeremiah speaking. Then I said, O Elohim, you know that the prophets are telling the people that there will be no war or starvation, because you have promised. They say that there will be only peace in our land. But the Most High replied, the prophets are telling lies in my name. I did not send them, nor did I give them any orders or speak one word to them. The visions they talk about have not come from me. Their predictions are worthless things that they have imagined. I, the Elohim, tell you what I'm going to do to those prophets whom I did not send, but who speak in my name and say war and starvation will not strike this land. I will kill them in war and by starvation. The people to whom they have said these things will be killed in the same way. Their bodies will be thrown out into the streets of Jerusalem, and there will be no one to bury them. This will happen to all of them, including their wives, their sons, and their daughters. I will make them pay for their wickedness. So, this is what the Holy Ghost said to me. This is what God gave me. He's going to kill you because you are being led astray. And all those today that want to sit around and talk about, Christianity is the way, that Jeebus of the whites is the way. Yeah, you'll be killed too. Your sons and daughters, everyone. And you're going to be thrown in the streets. You're going to be thrown out in the streets. And people go, well, that's just mean. That's not the God of my understanding. Well, there it is. That's your understanding. You're not reading. Because first of all, this Elohim is only for Yasharel, period. The world benefited from our Elohim putting us in a position of the tail. When he begins to raise us up, which he has, which they have, they begin to raise us up. Where's everybody else going to go? What they're going to come with us? That doesn't even make sense. We were the tail while others were the head. And now when we're the head, you think that we're going to share? You think we're going to share the marital bed? No, that's fornication. And that is of Cain. Go ahead, brother.
Bruh, and I was about to touch on that point. The heathen wants us to share our kingdom with them.
Uh-huh.
They want to be on equal footing in our kingdom.
Uh-huh.
There's 12 gates. 12 gates for the 12 tribes. But people have to bend scripture to get around what the book actually states. More proof that they have made a God of their own choosing.
Uh-huh.
We can give them, thus saith the Most High, what the prophet stated, what Yahushua stated, what the ancestors stated, who knew from the beginning, and where do they always run to? Paul.
Yeah.
Paulinity or Paulinism is basically, and this is their definition, Gentile salvation, which does not exist at all.
Nope.
Salvation is being saved from your enemies. And we've already done a lesson on that.
Mm-hmm.
Moses was a savior. Gideon was a savior.
Mm-hmm. Judith.
Judith, the Hebrew midwives, the two midwives,
Mm-hmm.
acted in the capacity of saviors.
Yep.
But at the end, it changes. And even Yahweh Shah said who he was sent for.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, they won't accept it. And even Paul, they cherry pick.
Mm-hmm.
They are not allowed to eat the roll.
Nope.
Wisdom is too high for a fool.
Yep.
So why would we even entertain these people?
Exactly. I
Why
mean,
go out to the middle of the jungle and yell at ants? Why?
exactly. Madness. You would then be mad, right?
Exactly. It would be madness.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We debate our cause with each other the same way you and I did the topic of free will.
Yep.
We debated it over several months.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the Cobra breaks that down perfectly.
Yes, it does.
It does. I didn't pull that up because I have that for a lesson for a later date.
Mm-hmm.
You can find it in the Cobra. It speaks of how you and another person who should be your brother or your sister, how you come to terms when you debate. See, with these Christians, they're not going to come to terms. You think one of these Christians will come back and admit, so you know what, you are right. We are going into captivity. We're going to have to do 1,000 years. And, if I don't do what I need to do, I'm going to meet the sword. What Christian is going to admit to that?
Mm-hmm. None.
None. This is why they will be forced to admit that they've inherited lies.
Yep. Yep. Major lies at that. Not just little lies, big lies. Like lies. So like you can't make this stuff up. The amount of lies that they're gonna realize that they already, again, on the tickety talk, they over there talking about the white folks is talking about that black folks, so-called, should never be around white folks. So they're proving and confirming our sanctification. Even though they don't understand what they're saying, we understand it. Those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. This is the glory, the great glory, the great beauty of our day. That's why everybody's in dismay right now, because they're like, why and when did all this happen? And then they look up today and they see that Trump done bombed Iran. So even if they're trying to move forward, they can't. They can't. Let me read this real quick. Matthew 25. Matthew 25. No, I'm sorry, not that one. Matthew 24. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to show him the building of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, see ye not of these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the heathen world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, first, take heed that no man deceive you. Therefore, deception and lies will be rife at the end times. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. There's your false prophets. There's what Jeremiah was saying. That's why the Most High says he's going to kill them. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Here's the key. See that ye be not troubled. Wait, I thought that this was Jacob's trouble. I thought that we were going to be in Jacob's trouble. Yahweh Shai said, but see that ye be not troubled. So where is this Jacob's trouble? Again, deception. Again, a lie. So all these people out here who are screaming for us to be in trouble are liars. They're false prophets. And they ain't even prophets. They're just false periods. False people, men and women. And we know Yahweh Shai told us from the beginning, take heed that no man deceive you. So what we have to do, and to be honest, this is one of the reasons why I one of them the Father had, because my zeal was so strong about that. It was like, okay, I'm not going to be deceived. I shall not be deceived. And the Father was like, okay, you got zeal, so what you got? I'm gonna have you speak to my people, and I'm gonna you're going to help me build my nation, because deception is what we have to ensure that does not overtake us. That's why he said, scarcely you all will get in. And if I don't come back sooner than later, they would liken to destroy it all. But for my elect's sake, I'm coming back. But they got to take heed that they don't be deceived. So this is where we are. The deception at this day is about the 5 foolish virgins. And when we now understand Cain, now it's even easier for us, what? Not to be deceived. Because we shouldn't be troubled. Even though these silly ass camps, these people who are connected to the Catholics want us to be in trouble like Balaam. Now that curse, that Carmageddon of the curses is now upon them. And there's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing anybody can do about it. Nothing's going to stop the time. I just wanted to get that in. Go ahead.
You all good, my brother. I just found, doing just studying and speaking at the same time, I just found something that kind of destroys that flee Babylon doctrine.
No. Yeah, go ahead. Bring that out.
Okay, let me get back to it. I wasn't even looking for it. The Spirit just put it in my face. Let me go back to it. I was trying to bookmark it. Like, yeah, these people want to debate back and forth with one book. We have to recollect words of wisdom than the majority of these people have even read.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember reading that. What book did we read that in? And that doesn't include the comment section where we learn so much from the people that leave comments.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. Here it is. It is 2nd Baruch 71. And the Holy Land will have mercy on its own and will protect its inhabitants at that time. This is the vision which you have seen, and this is its explanation. For I come to tell you these things since your prayer has been heard by the Most High. That comes after 2nd Baruch 70 about the destruction, and that these people will be troubled by their own. Not everybody coming against Jacob. And then it goes into 71, once again, how the Holy Land, the 4th part, will have mercy on its own and will protect its inhabitants at that time while they are going through these 12 woes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, and people want to talk about it's the three woes, no, it's not three woes, it's 12. We are in the 12th. It's very simple. 12. Everything before it, the third woe is in the 12th, but the 12th is where we are.
Yeah, the 12th woe is the culmination of all 11, the previous.
Mm-hmm. Are you still in Second Baruch? Read that out. Read
Oh, yeah.
read the woes. Bring them out again. Put it out in the ether, just so the world understands.
Well, actually, my brother, I wasn't even in the woes. I was speaking about the calamities.
Uh-oh.
All right,
All right.
no, let me go to it. Okay, that's First Enoch. Let me bring it out. That's the Colburn Book of Mormon. Bro, you know we have so many notes.
Yeah, I know. And while you looking at that, yeah, there was a story where these paragliders, these wind gliders, or whatever the hell they're called, lots of them was stuck in a air loop for 3.5 days. You can't make this stuff up.
Okay, bro, what do you mean by I'm trying to envision this. You mean in the air?
In the air.
You're right, man. You can't make this up.
Let me see if I can find it. You go ahead. I'm trying to find that story.
Okay. Bro, just give me a second. Give me a second because my screen jumped, but I know where's that. Second Baruch. Here it is. I found it. This is Second Baruch, chapter 70. Therefore, hear the exposition of the last black waters, which will come after the black waters. This is the word. Behold, the days are coming, and it will happen when the time of the world has ripened, and the harvest of the seed of the evil ones and the good ones has come, that the mighty one will cause to come over the earth, and its inhabitants and its rulers confusion of the spirit and amazement of the heart. And they will hate one another and provoke one another to fight. And the despised will rule over the honorable, and the unworthy will raise themselves over the illustrious. And many will be delivered to the few, those who were nothing will rule over the strong, the poor will be greater in number than the rich, and the impious will exalt themselves over the brave. The wise will be silent, and the foolish will speak. And the thought of men will not be realized then, nor the counsel of the strong. And the hope of those who hope will not be realized. Then it will happen when those things occur, which have been said before, will come to pass, that confusion will fall upon all men. That's that 12th woe. And then some of them will fall in war, and others will perish in tribulations, and others again of them will be troubled by their own. So the last time I checked, Jacob's trouble wouldn't be Jacob putting trouble on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end, others of them will be troubled by their own. The Most High will give a sign to those nations which he has prepared before, and they will come and wage war with the rulers who will then remain. And it will happen that everyone who saves himself from the war will die in an earthquake, and he who saves himself from the earthquake will be burned by fire. Sounds like the apocalypse of Abraham.
Mm-hmm.
And he who saves himself from the fire will perish by famine. And it will happen that everyone who will save himself and escape from all things which have been said before, both those who have won and those who have been overcome, that all will be delivered into the hands of my servant, the anointed one, for the whole earth will devour its inhabitants.
Mm-hmm.
See, at the end, there's only going to be foolish people out here, because pretty soon we won't be on social media.
You're right.
I'm not saying social media won't be here, but there won't be anything. It's going to get so bad, there really won't be anything left to say.
Well, I agree. I don't mean to cut you off, but that's why we're building our own platforms. Go ahead.
No, you're right, my brother. Because, yeah, we'll be silent,
Mm-hmm.
which means they won't hear us.
Right.
Once again, we'll still hold counsel amongst each other.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yep. So I got it queued up. You want to see it?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Bring that out.
Let me show it. Hold on. Here we go. Let's see if I can't. Boom. And boom.
The paracellers that are stuck in a wind gust, they've been up there for about 3.5 weeks above Switzerland, and they can't get down. The scientific experts that study weather patterns say this is an extremely rare event. They got caught in a centrifuges wind pattern. And so it just is cycling back and forth. It's not going up or down. So they're all stuck there. And they're all starving because they brought some granola bars with them, but they don't have enough food or water. So what they've been doing is sending skydivers down. And when they get there, they'll throw the food to them and have them catch it. And so they've been successful with that, but they're just trying to figure out how to get them down. They looked at the fire trucks, and the ladders can't go up that high to get them down. And the experts are thinking they might be up there for another month or so. But it's just the name of the game when you do these extreme sports and the risks that come with it. But if you can think of a good idea of how to get them down, please let me know in the DMs, and I'll send it back on to the authorities, and maybe they'll try it out.
Let that be a lesson. That's a lesson learned. That got nothing to do with us. That's just, we just showing the calamities.
You keep telling you heathens that you are under the curses. You can no longer enjoy this earth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that's just with extreme sporting. Stop it. Just stop. We've never seen anything like that before.
Mm-mm.
That should be worldwide news. They are trying to hide their calamities.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the psychological effect of just being thrown around in the atmosphere for 3.5 weeks.
It's crazy. They said 3.5 weeks, so they're still up there.
Yeah,
so it's probably going to be months.
They're up there while we're doing this lesson.
Right. and this one, Sly, look at this one. Flight school pilot jumps to his death mid-air, leaving student to land plane. Madness. He was like, all right, I'm out of here. I'm done with this. And the student was like, wait a minute, where are you going? And he was like, I'm out. No parachute, just jump. Now, Sly and I were laughing about this earlier. The student was like, hey, the pilot just jumped out of the plane, and the tower was like, what the hell are you talking about? What'd you just say? Nobody believes the madness anymore. But he told him. He was like, yeah, he jumped out of the plane. Ha ha ha.
And we spoke about the scene in the movie The Fugitive.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my gracious. I mean, like I said earlier, Slot, like why wouldn't you just want to go on the ground and just, take yourself out? Why you got to go in the air with another person? See, this is the madness of these people. They're willing to take you out with them. Cuz did he care about that student? No. He didn't care at all about that student. He didn't care about that student's life.
Traumatized him or her.
Yeah,
That person will probably never want to fly again.
absolutely not. Madness. Madness.
But these
That's
people
why,
have the mental fortitude to bring Jacob's trouble.
say it again.
But these people have the mental fortitude to bring Jacob's trouble. These people are I can't even say they're losing it. They have lost it.
Right. There's no hope. And because they don't have any hope, they're willing to take everybody out with them. While we're over here rejoicing because not only do we have hope, we also have wisdom, we have our oil. You think that guy right there, that pilot, had his oil? You think he was you think that he was he was part of the 5 wise virgins with their oil, or the 5 foolish without oil? Well, he obviously didn't have no oil. He had no more hope. He decided he was just going to jump. I mean, without any care for the other guy, when he clearly could have done whatever, he could have taken himself out on the ground. See, this is the logic and reason that we're bringing. And other people be like, oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. It's not sad. That's on him. That's his doing. The Shadim overtook him. And, people don't, I don't know what the Shadim. The demons overtook him. And now that these demons, these Shadims, these evil hunters that used to hunt our people are now hunting them, now they want empathy. They want sympathy. Now they want us to cry out to help them. And then when we send our sons and daughters to hang out with them, they don't come back. Or they treat them like crap. Still today, acting like they are on top as the head, as if they are getting their daily bread righteously. You got Trump out here going to war, blowing shit up. You got Elon Musk trying to be the richest man on earth. You got all the rich trying to just continue to get richer while the poor is getting poorer. And they want us to care about them. Why? We have oil. And that's troubling for some because it's their turn to be troubled. It's not our turn. And they go, oh, you guys are just laughing at the calamities. We're supposed to. We're supposed to rejoice at the fall of our enemies. Now, let me read this real quick. Salvation fundamentally means deliverance from harm, ruin, or the consequences of sin. So, who were the enemies of the nations of 83? It was us. It was we. It was Yasharel. How and why do we know this for true? Because they've taken our heritage, they've taken our scrolls too. So they've taken everything about Yasharel and used it for themselves and put Yasharel in a perpetual hell. And now, and matter of fact, they laughed about it. They cracked jokes about it. They made movies about it. They created stories about it, narratives about it. They separated themselves from us so they can go and do the most to us and then not care about it and go back to where they came from and laugh about it. This is the history. This is the history. And it's not just the history of the US, but it's also the history of the global European mess of civilization, of uncivilization, uncivilizations. And they want us to feel something for them. No, we don't. We're laughing at you. Now, watch this. Let me find where I was. It must be here. Yes. Because a lot of people don't understand zeal and emotion. They don't get it. Emotions allows oil to be spilled. Zeal does not. Emotion is a general internal feeling, whereas zeal is an intense, directed drive to achieve a specific goal. What's our goal? What's our prize? The kingdom. While emotion is often reactive and fleeting, zeal is highly proactive, channeling the emotional energy into energetic, unflagging pursuit of a cause. What's our cause? Justice. A simple way to look at the differences is through their core characteristics. Emotion, the why and what. This refers to the feelings themselves, like joy, anger, or sadness. Emotions happen to you and can be temporary. You might be filled with an emotion, but it doesn't necessarily require you to do anything. No action. That's what they were doing to us. They had no emotion. They didn't do anything. Oh, it's sad that those niggas over there are getting destroyed. Oh, it's sad that that we did this, and it's sad, but I can't do nothing about it. Zeal, on the other hand, the action, this is the passion that actually compels you to act. Implies a state of eagerness, dedication, and determination, effort toward a specific activity or objective. That objective, you can think of emotion as the fuel and zeal as the engine driving you toward a destination. So the Most High woke us up. We've been emotional. We've been an emotional wreck of a people, an emotional wreck of a nation of people, wandering, wayward, being pushed, tugged of war to and fro, here and there. But when he brought the Ruach to give us purpose back, to bring the zeal of his love, his joy, his oil, righteousness, wisdom, that's when everything changed. That's when the game came alive. We're like, wait a minute. That's when Brother Judah was like, boldness. Boldness is zeal. So we've been now acting and they go, oh, well, you're zealous. Okay. I'm zealous for my Elohim. Indeed. See, this is a psychological war that we've been in. We have been, yes, physical, but more so psychological, more so, hence, spiritual warfare. But the Christians want to say, oh, well, all you need is Jesus. He'll take care of that. What? Oh, your zeal, you're so zealous for Jesus. Well, how can I be zealous for a deity that does not even exist? There's no action in it. There is just emotion. That's why they scream and howl. That's why they jump up and down. That's why they cry in church. And then they come out and they don't do anything with it. That's why when we get together or we're individually going about our day, our zeal is constant, our spirit is strong, our wisdom increases as knowledge does, because we had lost our zeal. That's the beauty of this whole thing. That's why people don't understand. They don't know. And matter of fact, watch this. That's why we don't sing no more. That's why there's no more songs. That's why you see, oh, they got country rap. They got country hip hop. They got pop, rap, pop, hip hop. Everything's, but none of that is coming from us. So our emotion of zeal has been changed. It's turned internally for us, just us, for our Elohim. And they don't know what to make of it. They don't know how to sing. America's Got Talent, my ass. Not without us. We bring the zeal. That's why this thing is funny to me, because I'm like, yo, wait a minute. Can't you all see this? And every time I say that to myself, I go, oh, they don't see it. The Father goes, no, they don't see it. They are blind, baby. Blind to the facts. Because they have now been turned over to their emotion. That's why they're like, oh, yeah, well, the 20 to 35-year-olds are like, well, whites are saying, oh, well, yeah, you can't trust them. I don't trust white people. You can't trust white people. Why do you think they're going to come and they're going to say we inherited lies? That is an emotion. That is an emotion. Why do you think Cain is talking about, love only your brother. Keep your emotion to your brother. Love robbery. Love lewdness. Never tell the truth. Hate your masters. Those are all emotions that they can control via vice. But when it comes to zeal, that's where the rubber meets the road. Things have to be told from a perspective of focus, of righteousness. That's why the world is in dire straits, because they have no zeal. We had the zeal. Our emotion, although our emotion was wayward, we at least had zeal for singing, dancing, entertaining. We had zeal for trying to make money, build a business. We had zeal. That's why they were like, yo, we need to be connected to these people, because they have something we don't. They have zeal, which is the spirit. But our zeal was manufactured. It was wayward. It was not correct. Now the Father came, brought the spirit back and corrected it. And look at us. Look at the world. Look at the world. So we should give all praise to the Most High for our zeal, our spirit, our ruach. That's power. All praises to the Most High. Brother Sly, my bad. I went off on a tangent.
It's all good. It's all good. I was just sitting here reading, just going through some things, skimming through Enoch and Second Baruch. There was something that I just read. Where is it at? Excuse me. Is that it right there? Just give me a second. I'm just trying to.
All good, Doc. Take your time, brother.
We read that. It's not that. It's not that. Yeah, because sometimes these bookmarks they time out.
Yeah.
If you don't get to them fast enough. But yeah, man, these people, they're in a great stupor.
Yeah.
It's like these people are downtrodden. It's like, what else do we need to witness? We are witnessing things we've never seen before in our lifetime. We are watching the Father move his hand, sending angels to do his bidding. I'm still just blown away. Like as we speak, there are people just floating around in the air that have been there for what, 3.5 weeks. That is insane.
Mm-hmm.
That's a judgment.
It is.
We told them.
We did. We told them.
You know what? Laughing, laughing at their calamities. Like, you know what? You want to be the prince of the air? I'm gonna show you something.
Exactly. Yeah. And that these things, scriptures are flying off the page, off the scrolls are coming alive. I mean, this is why. I mean, we say these things all the time, and it's kind of like it's for one, it's never redundant, but it's so reciprocated at this point. How things are just happening over and over, and it goes back to what Levi said and what Romeo always be saying about the loops. Like these folks are in a loop, and Levi's right. 2020 loop. They never came out of it. Now they things on the rise, bubonic plague on the rise, cancer on the rise, all these deaths on the rise, all this madness is on the rise, this mental illness on the rise. You don't think that has nothing to do with the jabby jab as well as the stress? So back in the day, in the 20th century, like a lot of these things that we're seeing now didn't happen because they had no worry. The world had no worry. They were good. They were like, well, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. It was us that worried. We were full of worry and stress. And that's why we looked a mess. That's why we acted a mess. And we just couldn't get things done. We were just wayward. So now, all of a sudden, they got worry and stress. The world has worry and stress while we do not. And this is why we're seeing a lot of them just doing things that just don't even make sense to us. And even in our lowest points, we didn't do the things they're doing. And the reason being is because we didn't have those opportunities. We were never able to paraglide back in the day. They're like, you niggas ain't coming out here. You got to get away. We weren't able to fly a plane and jump out of it. They'd be like, nah, you can you afford it? We weren't able to drive NASCAR. We weren't able to, be all up in the video. And when we did, we had vomited up our wisdom to Cain, so they allowed us to play so we can entertain our people and lead our people astray. There's your Diddy, the P Diddler right there. All these things are happening now because the shift, the exchange of situation. And it's a mental thing because everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual first.
Bruh. Bruh, that, yeah. Oh man, forgive me for cutting you off, man. The spirit is moving, man. It's like you're paraphrasing the precepts I just brought up, the one I was looking for.
All praise to the Most High.
Yeah, the title is Self-Indulgence of the Rich, Origin of Sins, More Woes to Sinners. But continue. This is why we don't debate. This is exactly why. Mm-hmm. You can't debate the Holy Spirit. You just can't.
No, you can't. And when we have, and now that we have the zeal, now that we have the Ruach, who can be against us? Who shall come against us? Debate? The truth is undebatable. This is why they go to the camps. This is why every time you hear about them, a foolish virgin talking about Black Hebrew Israelite, they're always talking about camps. They're always talking about the camps. They're not talking about us. We're hidden. We're the righteous. And although we are not perfect by no stretch of the imagination, we still have the zeal. Again, that's the key. That's why people go, well, damn, how every week you guys come and say these things? Why? How can Judah do videos 3 times a day? Zeal. Because that focus is, I mean, don't we have the same focus when we do our jobs? Don't we have that focus? Don't we have that zeal to make that money? Why can't we have the zeal for our Father, for our Elohim? And people go, well, it's not even about that. I mean, it's about peace on earth. Okay, well, our zeal is about peace on earth. It's about our kingdom. It's about bringing forth wisdom. You think that these people got any wisdom? Does the world look like they have wisdom? And again, here we go. World Cup. Is it a coincidence that in 2026, the World Cup of the heathen, the cup of dregs, the world's cup of dregs, is back on the land that they stole? When the whole world, when we're sitting here speaking righteousness, when we have our zeal, when we're talking, when we have the Ruach, when we're studying to show ourselves approved, when we're separating, being sanctified, delineating, all of 83's nations are on our lands. You think that's a coincidence? In 2026, watch this. The World Cup, if the World Cup was next year, they would have something to look forward to. But the World Cup is this year, 2026, 6,000 years from Adam to the end. All their Bibles speak of it. They have nothing left to look forward to. Let that sink in for a minute. And people go, well, the Olympics coming, the Women's World Cup is coming, blah, 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 blah. No, man. What do they have to look forward to? That's a reasonable and rational question. The world collectively cannot foresee a future. So ultimately, that would mean they are now the tail. Why? Because the tail cannot move forward. It's the tail. And why can I say that? Because we've been there. We've been through that heathenistic, degenerate, reprobate, tail, ass, hell. We've been there. That's why it's a joke. Everybody should be like, yo, what do these niggas know? We need to sit down with them and understand and take notes. Because they know something that we don't. But what do? They scoff and mock and talk doo-doo. And we're over here going, that's fine, because you're a fool. You are a foolish version of Cain. And now we're the ones that are the head. And I was asking Sly this the other day. I couldn't remember when we were this is how everything's speeding up. I couldn't remember when we were manifesting to be the head, but it was last year in 2025 that we manifested January 10th, 2025 to be the head. So July 10th, 2025, everything changed. What happened last year in July? 3i Atlas. What happened this year in July? What's happening now? What's going on in the world that has created the whole what's going on in the world that's making these paragliders swirl up in the air? What's happening right now? And when we put our eyes on something that we see, we can understand it vividly and eloquently that no one else can see. Why? Because we glow. We are glowing. I can see now. I can see the glow on everybody. When people are speaking to me, I can see if they glowing or not. What is the glow? The spirit. What is the spirit? The zeal. What zeal do they bring? Are they talking about anything righteously? So somebody be like, wow, black people been killing each other. Oh, your zeal is off. You ain't got no zeal. You just in emotion. I ain't messing with you. See, these are the signs that we get to see. The signs of the times are only for Yasharel. We can speak scripture, canonical and non-canonical, but we don't even have to do that anymore, even though we do. But we really don't. All we got to do is speak now. Now our words are so heavy. Our words have become greater than thee. That's what this is. In the beginning, there was the word. What we utter now today is what was never heard before. Think about that. It was never heard before because we're speaking righteously now. Yes, Enoch. Yes, Atlantis, but they fell. Now we get to use the word to build for ourselves. That's a heavy word. That's like heavy water. Is there that there's heavy water? It's heavy. Their burden, our burdens are light. There it is. I got it out. My burden is light today. My burdens used to be heavy every day. I was like, damn, this is I don't know what I'm gonna do. How can I get this? I gotta do this, I gotta do that. My burdens are light. And that's because I have a zeal for words. And the words are light. And I bring a light to others, and I'm taking oil from, I shouldn't say I'm taking it. Oil is coming my way. And I don't even have to expend any of mine. This is the times that we're in. This is the commencement of time. The word is in us now. It's always been, but now it's free. It's been freed. The Most High has brought us alive. And that is a beautiful thing. That is the zeal. So anybody out here want to know why we do what we do, who these people are, we are the ones with the zeal for our kingdom. Nobody else is talking about the kingdom. Nobody else cares. I care greatly. Because the kingdom is in me, in us. All praises to the Most High. Slah.
Yes, sir. Okay, let's go to. You practically broke this down unawares through the spirit. Let's go to First Enoch 98. Let me maximize it a little bit. Now I swear unto you, to the wise and to the foolish, for you shall see many things upon the earth. For you men shall put on more jewelry than women, and more multicolored ornaments than a virgin, in sovereignty, in grandeur, and in authority, in silver, in gold, in clothing, in honor, and in edibles. They shall be poured out like water, For this reason, they are devoid of knowledge and wisdom, so they shall perish so they shall perish thereby together with their goods, and together with all their glory and honor. Then in dishonor, in slaughter, and in great misery, their spirit shall be cast away. I have sworn unto you, sinners, in the same manner that a mountain has never turned into a servant, nor shall a hill ever become a maid servant of a woman. Likewise, neither has sin been exported into the world. It is the people who have themselves invented it, and those who commit it shall come under a great curse. Why is a woman not given a child? On account of the deeds of her own hands, which she died without children. I swear to you, sinners, by the Holy Great One, that all your evil deeds are revealed in the heavens. None of your deeds of injustice are covered and hidden. Think not in your spirit, nor say in your hearts that you neither know nor see, all our sins being written down every day in the presence of the Most High. From now on, do know that all your injustices which you have committed unjustly are written down every day until the day of your judgment. That was First Enoch 1 through 8. So everything that these people have done against us, the Most High is keeping a tally. Those two angels are writing everything down. Now,
Yeah.
we know about the lynchings, the rapes, the burning down our towns. Just imagine what the Heavenly Father knows that we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And yet they still want to walk around here and act like they're of Abraham's seed.
Yeah.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Mm-mm.
And you will never be.
Nope. Not of the promise.
Yeah, these people are something.
Mm-hmm.
The promises that the Heavenly Father made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and their descendants.
Yep. And they don't understand that story. They don't like that story because that story is not of their salvation because they have had theirs already. And they don't want us to have ours.
That would be an unjust weight.
Mm-hmm.
They want to rule here and they want to rule in the kingdom.
Yep. Yep. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, so let me read Matthew 25. Excuse me. Because this is where we are. This is the times right now. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterwards came also the other virgins, saying, O Most High, O Most High, Yahweh open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. So this is where they are. But the foolish said unto the wise, Give us your oil, for our lamps are gone out, for we have no light. So what did the wise say? Not so. This is us. This is where we are. They're going, let's debate. Let's talk about Paul. Let's talk about Jesus. Let's talk about Christianity. Let's talk about coloration. Let's talk about peace. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about what we eat. Let's talk, and we're going, not so. We're talking about this over here. And you can't speak over here. Why? Because you have no light. You have no oil. And their oil that they thought they had was false. That's the 5 points of Cain. All of that is false. All of that was meant to hide a thing, hide whose we are and who we are, to make us be black, to make us without any land, to make us African, to make us believe that we were nothing when we are something. And the reality of the whole day is that we have come back to the Most High, and Yahweh Shai is leading us the proper way. We're not dealing with Jebus of the Whites because he wants forgiveness, even though he don't ask for it. We don't deal with Paul because we can't, there is no proof, there's no evidence at all. We don't deal with churchianity, because it is abominable. We're dealing and being led by our Ruach, our Father, our Mother, our Brother, our Elohim. Hence why only the chosen seed gets the blessing, the baraka. Only. We had to go through the curses first. Now we get our barakas last, which all praises to the Most High. He put that wood to our ass so that we can have gone through the trouble that they never knew. And now they knowing it. And it's only just begun under the sun as it heats up and creates a conundrum for all of Psalms 83. And they're mad at you and me? Shit. This is the introspective of the day. This is why we continue to say who we are. Not the camps, not the Christians, not the Muslims, none of them. Just who we are. Nobody's going to say, oh, well, you're black or you're African or you're any of this, you're that. When hell, they don't even know who they are. That's why we know who Cain, Canaan, Lamech, Japhet, Edom. Now we see them because only those with the aura, with the glow up, with the oil will be able to survive on the Most High soil going forward. And for that, again, all praises to the Most High. All praises to the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Brother Sly?
I'm ready to go. I have one locked and loaded.
Come on, brother. I know you did.
And this goes back to the statement you said at the beginning of the live stream, how these people come over. And it's mainly just one, like two people, but one person is like just obsessed with coming over here, repeating the same comment. Well, that's not in the Bible. Y'all false teachers. If you can't see it, it's not for you. Well, the Bible doesn't teach regeneration. If you can't see it,
Mm-hmm.
it's not for you. Well, you need to show me that in the Bible. We're not one bookers. We're not Catholics.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is why they can't get it. We're about to go into the Colburn, the Colburn Bible, the Book of Gleanings, chapter 2, verse 18. Behold, in the days to come, truth shall be unfolded to all peoples, revealed in a degree and manner which will accord with their needs and capabilities. It will be passed on from generation to generation and from man to man. The purity of its flame will accord with the quality of the oil of spirituality with which it is fed and replenished. Hence, there will be many differing degrees of purity and revelation. So, and we already said this before. That's why we're humble over here.
Mm-hmm.
That there's certain classes of Big Levi you won't see me in. I remember the first time I stepped in one of them classes. I stepped in like 5 minutes. I was like, okay, this is really above my lot. And I backed right back out.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with that. So to the scoffers, if you can't get it, it's not for you. There's nothing wrong with that. There's levels to this.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yep.
purity of its flame will accord with the quality of the oil of spirituality with which it is fed and replenished. Hence, there will be many differing degrees of purity and revelation. The food which one man enjoys may sit heavily on the stomach of another, yet it would be foolish to say that the food enjoyed by one should become the food of all. So it is with the spiritual things which men believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, brother.
There's your answer. I'm not going to say your name because I'm not giving you any props. But
Mm-hmm.
you're going to come over here. You can't comment anymore because you're blocked. But you're definitely going to come here and listen for oil. There's your response.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't in the Bible. We're not Catholics.
Nope.
We deal with wisdom.
Nope. Nope. And they can't. Because wisdom, what?
It's too high for a fool.
Yep. And wisdom is only for Yasharel.
Yep. She only dwells in Zion. In Jerusalem.
So,
Yasharel.
I mean, this is again these days, and you know, like the song I played, the second song I played tonight is "Glow Up," and I was messing with some music last night, and I was like, let me just see what's going on. Let me just see. And I was listening. I went through a ton of music last night, and there's a couple songs that I like, but this one really enhanced me, gave me some oil. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna play that one because it's the glow up. This is where we like we have grown up, we have rolled up, we have come up, And now we glowing up. Now imagine when we get to the kingdom as a collective glowing up, will we need a sun? Will we need the sun, the S-U-N? No. The light will be in us. That light will be, the kingdom will be like the sun going down over the horizon. Always, constantly, because of the glow. This is the beauty that we are beginning to understand, love, and know. So many of us have been seeking for this time. So many of our ancestors died, were murdered, killed for this time, for the divine time of the Creator, the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. For us to be able to grow collectively, you know, the nation's 83, they're talking, oh, collective, the consciousness of the collective, the collective, the collective. Well, the collective of the many is not going to get it done. It's the collective of the few that's going to win. Matter of fact, that's already won. And when we saw the alignment, and we see the alignments all over the place since 2020. Matter of fact, we've been seeing the alignments getting in alignment, that word alignment, align, since the first eclipse over our land. And that was what, 2017? And we were like, yo, there's something big gonna happen. There's something big gonna happen. I can feel it. And everybody was out here, you niggas stupid. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. You guys ain't nothing happening. We're gonna get Trump in here, and Trump gonna do the right thing, gonna take care of us. Blah, 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 blah. And now look at where they are. Now, again, we can see clearly now, the rain is gone. And this is our new song. The souls of our ancestors have cried out for justice, and we have woken up to be able to bring that beautiful hum, that tone, that harmony of righteousness back to them. Because you know they were like, I will do the right thing, just let me live. They were like, I'll change. I know I'll do the right thing. And Father was like, nah, no, not yet. Not yet. And now his face is turned back to us. And everybody is upset. They're in conundrum. They in dismay. They in decay. That we even got the weather working for us this way. I mean, you can't make any of this stuff up anymore. If you just take if everybody in this world just took a step back and said, wait a minute, let's go back to what they were saying from the beginning, then they may have some understanding, they may have some reasoning. Yet we know that's not written, and therefore it won't be so.
Exactly, my brother. Because if they take a step back, the spirits that are leading them astray will take a step back with them.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's it. Right. Because now the hunting season has begun. The hunting season has begun. So now, even if they did take a step back and try to really understand, they couldn't do it because they be on the run. Because they couldn't focus. They don't have the zeal for this. Hence why the Father said, cleave to my people. You better cleave to those that I've given the zeal to get to my kingdom. Because if you're not cleaving to them and you think that you're clever, that you're going to come at them with an intent to cut them, to separate them from me, you will be put and brought to your knees. Because the zeal is what's bringing us to our kingdom. So he's given them the opportunity to understand how things are going to be, but Are they going to be humbled or humble enough to take heed? No, only but a few. Now, again, let me just preface this and say it like this way. There's white, black, blue, green. Let me not be silly. We are in all nations because he had to hide us because the heathen was looking to kill us. Cain, Canaan, Lamech, Japheth, and Esau were looking to murder us. So he had to hide us in all nations. However, his people, the people who were going to stand up in boldness, was always going to be on his promised land. Why is that? Because the land gives you the energy, gives you the strength to command all elements to benefit you for the Most High to get to his kingdom. While the whole world is out here talking about Jesus, not understanding that they don't have any opportunity to get to the kingdom if they are not cleaving to his people. So there's going to be some that's going to look like us. There's going to be some that's not going to look like us. They're going to look different. They're going to be different. They're going to be Asian, what we call Asian, what we call African, what we call white, European. There's going to be some. We're going to have a mixed multitude, but the majority are going to be like me and you, Negro to the core. That's the truth.
Say it again, bro, because these Negro onlys, they can't get it. How do you get cut off from being a nation, lose your identity, scattered to the four corners, and not expect to mix in?
Mm-hmm. It's
madness.
folly. Yeah, it's
madness.
It's madness.
That Negro only is just as blasphemous as that damn chart.
Yep. Yeah. And that's why they don't understand. Like, and we're dealing with the spirit of a man and a woman. And if you have the glow up, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. Because Judah rises first and then Ephraim. And they are moving forward to their kingdom. Nobody's out here other than the silly ass camps who have no reason to be, and these silly ass Christians who's seeking forgiveness from you and me. None of them matter. All that matters is the two sticks, northern and southern, of Yasharel and those that cleave. And if you're not found worthy to be with them, then you will be destroyed. You will lose your life. The whole book, and a lot of people, a lot of people are like, well, that's not my God. He's loving. He's this, and Jesus said to forget. You guys are all dealing with principalities who are leading you astray, idols, right, of your own making,
idols of your own choosing and your own making. Point blank, period.
And they're all having a terror moment. Remember what happened when after Abraham had enough of all the idols. Abram had enough of all the idols, and the Most High said, "Leave now." What happened to the house of idols? It burnt up.
Exactly.
It burnt up. The Father brought that righteous fire on it and burnt up Abram's father's house. Why? Because Abram said, I'm not inheriting lies from my father. And that was a boom. And the Most High said, leave now. And he did. So that's what we did. We left. We left the madness. And people don't understand what that means. We have been living in a false dream for a long time. First of all, they had to beat the dream into us. Then we lived in it. They put more dreams over us. Now we're out of it. And we're never going back to sleep to dream that wicked dream. To what's that Don Kid? To dream the impossible dream. No, we're no longer dreaming the impossible. We are dreaming, I'm sorry. We are doing the probable. You know what I mean?
I'm just responding to somebody in the chat.
Can Israel dwell in other races? Were there races before the heathen? See, and people don't understand what the ancient world looked like because they've been dealing with a Eurocentric, Afrocentric, Asiatic worldview. We were all of a hue, and that hue, we all had different faces. And yes, we had to be hidden. So these races that you're talking about doesn't even really make sense. If there's no race, it's either Yasharel or heathen. So if you're saying, is Yasharel a heathen? No, absolutely not. Because what did it say? All Yasharel shall be saved, yet all Yasharel is not. Or did I say that wrong? All Yasharel shall be saved, but all Yasharel is not Yasharel. So if you look like us, doesn't mean that you us. So what's race got to do with it?
Judge not by appearance.
Right. And it's we take no disrespect. Believe you me, none. But we have to say these things because the world is full of ignorance and conundrums to lead people astray. Remember, don't be deceived. What is deception? Black and white. That's a byword. Wait a minute. Do I still have that up? The Father, where is it? It's not that one. Oh, it's gotta be this one. Yeah. So what is this? What am I reading here? 2 Chronicles 7. So the Father, just to set the stage, he's talking to Solomon, right? Solomon's doing his thing. He's built the altar for the Most High, the city, the central, the remnant within the remnant, right? And Solomon's done his thing, and the Father was like, listen, I love you, I'll take care of you if you do this. And he said, but if you don't do this, this is what's going to happen. So when we get down to what's going to happen, he said, I'll just read it. I'll start at 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray. He didn't say if the blacks, if the Negroes only who are called by my name shall humble. He said, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sins and will heal their land. Now, mine eyes shall be open and mine ears attent unto the prayer that is made in this place. For now have I chosen and sanctified this house, that my name may be there forever, and mine eyes and mine heart shall be there perpetually. And as for thee, if thou wilt walk before me as David thy father walked, and do accordingly to all that I have commanded thee, and shalt observe my statutes and my judgments, then will I establish the throne of thy kingdom according as I have covenanted with David thy father, saying, there shall not fail thee a man to be a ruler in Yasharel. But if ye turn away and forsake my statutes and my commandments, which I have set before you, and shall go and serve other gods and worship them, then will I pluck them up by the roots out of my land, which I have given them, and this house, which I have sanctified for my name, will I cast out of my sight, and will make it to be a proverb and a byword among all nations. So, byword, if race, byword, black, byword, white, byword. We're talking spirit. The Brother Sly told a story how he was at the corner store at the store, and dude came out of his truck. If he would have just said a guy came out of the truck and he said, you know, you seem like you are enlightened, you would never think of a color. But because the Most High, because Solomon and our people laid down with lies, he made bywords of us. So now when people think of Yasharel, because of these ignorant ass camps and these silly, stupid, diabolical, degenerate heathens, they think of it in black and white.
Exactly.
And that's not the case.
Exactly. As if when this person who appeared to be a white guy got out his vehicle, I mean, what was I supposed to say? Are you Esau? You going in chains, Esau? You the devil, Esau? He knew. He tested my spirit.
Right.
He tested my spirit first.
Mm-hmm.
So I seen him as kindred. He tested my spirit, thus causing me to test his.
Mm-hmm.
He saw wisdom crying in the streets,
mm-hmm.
in the concourse. I was just standing there minding my business.
Right.
Just a regular old day to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when we hear people always talking about this coloration, we know they're still of a colonized mind. So just like he said, he will make, let me get back to it. He said, I will cast out of my sight and will make it to be a proverb and a byword among all nations. So what's poor? Poor is a byword. Any adjective that determines a characteristic of a person is a byword, whether it be positive or negative, because you're not dealing with your own ethnicity, what the father set up. And this is how the nations got everybody messed up. But it's also the father, because he said, then will I pluck them up by the roots. So when we're reading these things, it's true, these are transliterations, but the Spirit allows us to bring it, to make a case about it, so that we can bring it to the people, so that the people don't get enamored with these bywords and these proverbs. Because again, what did Yahweh Shai say? Take heed that no man deceive you. So if you are thinking in bywords, and an angel comes your way and it looks like some so-called white dude, and they come your way and they go, hey, you seem enlightened, and you turn around and you give them the stank eye, the evil eye, but that person was supposed to bless you, because again, they're supposed to cleave. People are supposed to cleave to the light. They're supposed to help the Most High's people. So you don't know if that's an angel or just some white guy. Go ahead,
Exactly.
Art.
Exactly. Maybe that interaction was for that person to replenish my oil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I would have lost out on a baraka if I judged according to skin color.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, of course, we got to make it plain.
Exactly.
Of
Bring
course,
it back home.
there are many a heathen out here.
Exactly.
There are many a heathen out here who ascribe to be a color, black
Mhm.
or white, right? Or Hispanic or Latin. Oh, so we have to, that's why the Father has given us this insight. He's given us the light because nobody's going to come to you. Believe you me, nobody's coming up to you going, oh, I don't like you. They're not doing that no more. These folks are out here poor of spirit. He told us, I know the blasphemy of these heathens out here who say they are, but are not. But thou, you, we are rich. What are we rich in? Spirit, Ruach. So therefore, if we're rich in Ruach, rich in spirit, we can then utilize that for our own betterment. Now, the moment that we go, oh, that white dude, I don't like that white dude, I don't like that black dude. Now, again, there's a lot of stuff on TV that is geared to black and white. There's a lot of things in this world that is geared to black and white. We have to be smart about how we move. We're not out here hating. We're not camps. Yet, hate begat hate. So if somebody comes our way that has a problem, per se, then they either get that problem reciprocated or they fall into dismay or they come on and they come our way. They're like, yo, you know what? I understand. I believe in that. And what were we talking about earlier, the atheists? And I think Romy was saying this too.
Yeah, the atheists really have been polluted with Christianity.
That's right.
At least a lot of them are actually rational thinkers. I remember when I first got into this truth, I had better conversations with atheists than I had Christians.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because one thing about an atheist, some of them, not all, they will try to reason out a matter with you.
Right.
I had one atheist, he was like borderline. He was like, man, sometimes I believe, but then sometimes I don't. I said, I know there's something there, but I just need more proof.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, man, you can't be lukewarm. But this was maybe like over a decade ago.
Mm-hmm.
But with a Christian, oh, you're not going to get, oh, they don't read in context. They like to cherry pick.
Mm-hmm.
They stay in one part of the book that they were told to by their cemetery schools. They're going to deny anything out of the New Testament because they really don't read the so-called Old Testament.
Yep. Yep. And that's the thing. That's why, like, we are a testament to each other, and there's always going to be the cleavers. There's always going to be the strangers. But there's so many of us. You know, there's 10 tribes. There's 12 tribes, but there was 10 tribes on our land. That's massive. Like, these people don't understand. There is a large proportion of Yasharel that still don't even know their name, don't even know their land. But we're not worrying about black faces with white minds or white faces even with black minds. We're not worrying about the faces. We're dealing with people straight up. We're dealing with them in our spaces. So therefore, they have to come correct. They have to come with the spirit. I'm not letting no, like, for instance, the that Blassel woman that Judah put on did a video about today. She would never be, I would never have a conversation with her any which way. There would never be a conversation with her. And she's supposedly my color. So I'm supposed to just be like, okay, well, you know what? I can see the world thinks that you can lead somebody to the kingdom. You better lead yourself. If you know what's good for you, you better be in the collective too. Because if you out here trying to lead somebody, guess what? What does it say? Lead them astray. You ain't leading nobody.
Yeah, fall into that ditch.
Yeah. Blind leading the blind.
Exactly. We see that every day.
You know? That's why we have to be smart. Like, we have to be intelligent with wisdom. Wisdom says, let me say it like this. Knowledge says black and white. See, that's that knowledge, that tree of knowledge of good and evil, black and white. Wisdom, the tree of life, says spirit, ruach filled. So if you dealing with us, you got to be in the right spirit. I don't know how many times we get these bum ninjas that come over into the comment section talking madness, and we know that they look like us. We can go to their page and see their picture plastered all about, but they're not with us.
No lessons.
No lessons, nothing. Just a vain spirit of vanity.
Thank you. No precepts in the comment section. Just madness. Just crying out in pain because they don't have wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good look. But we know that's the 12th woe. They are plagued with the Shadim. They have spirits over them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And yes, leprosy also is a key to mental illness and mental fitness. But at the same time, I'm just going to say for me, and I know Sly too, but for me, I'm past all that. I'm the guy that says to hell with all that. I'm trying to get to the kingdom. And if you ain't got nothing to offer on my way to the kingdom, I don't care at the end of the day. I really don't. And that's not harsh. And it doesn't matter, because again, the vine has to take care, the vine waters the tree. The tree helps the vine. So if people are coming to help me to get to the kingdom, so be it. I'm not even caring about your face. But now when you come and you acting a straight ass and you look like me, I ain't messing with you. You don't look like me, I ain't messing with you. If your words are not dealing with where I'm going, I'm not messing with you. It doesn't matter your color. I mean, and the sun's going to take many of these fools out anyway. Anyway. And I saw this thing on the Tickety Talk. It said if you got melanin and you burn, that means you got poor genetics. So I'm thinking about all these things because, the so-called people who claim to be white or pink or light red, they ain't gonna make it through this sun. They gotta close up. They gotta put on hats and everything. But there's some brothers and sisters, so-called, out here that burn up too. And I'm like, how are you burning up in the sun? Matter of fact, this is true. I was talking to this dude the other day at the oil when I went to go get my oil change, my oil change. And he was like, black dude. And he was saying, he went to the Caribbean and put on some oil and he burnt up. He got burnt up and he was like, I ain't never been burned up. I ain't never been sunburned, but I'll be I'm thinking to myself, bruh, what is wrong with your genetics that you chose to put oil on and he probably sat out there for 8 hours too. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to be smart. You got to have wisdom. That's what, some people's skin is different. But that's a whole nother topic because none of that matters. What matters is getting to the kingdom, being righteous, treating one another, brothers and sisters, like you want to be treated. And if you do that, it don't matter. It don't matter. The Father's coming to heal all people, all his people. And my thing is, I'm here via the Spirit to say, hey, don't be shocked if what you see when you get to the kingdom is not what you thought you would see. So be ready. Because this is not for us. This is not just about us solely. It's about the totality of his people, the chosen. And he chose everyone. We didn't choose. We didn't choose. If it was left to us, we'd all be idolaters, right along with the heathens. But he chose us to wake up. So take that as a baraka and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Because you could be an idol worshiper.
You could be worshiping your skin.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? It like idolatry isn't just an idol. It's just not a thing that you created. You are an idol. These people are idols. Their nails are. I gotta get my nails done. I gotta get my hair did. I gotta put this thing on. I gotta wear this. I gotta look like this. That's idolatry. So again, take heed that no man deceive you. And no, we ain't tripping. And we definitely understand the problems of the day, the problems of the world in terms of race. We get it. But we're not staying in that demented, diabolical, wicked ass place. We're moving. I don't know how many times I say this, Todd. We're moving to the kingdom where none of that matters. None of it. Hopefully that made sense. Hopefully that took care of all those questions that people have regarding that. Because we ain't tripping over here at all. And no, it doesn't. It doesn't lie at all, Vergus. It doesn't. It lets you know. It lets you know. But again, we don't know. We haven't seen everybody on the earth. So, like growing up, there was some playing soccer. There was a bunch of white dudes so-called white dudes, that didn't burn. They just got tan. Now they probably wrinkled today, but they just got tan. So the sun don't lie. It tells you, it gives you, it edifies, right? Just like the Father. Everything is about edification. So, all that said, all that we've said is just to say we love our nation. You know what I mean, Sly? We love our nation. We love our people. We love the Most High. We love our Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
We love wisdom. So
we love to see that the Most High is keeping his word.
Come on. That's it right there. And yes, we love to see the fall of our enemies.
I was just thinking that. All of
Y'all,
that.
yeah.
Happy.
You know what I mean? These blassels, they go down too. Ooh, I love to see a blassel go down. Like Pam. So for instance,
that is a wicked dude.
Wicked.
That dude is wicked.
Am I gonna be like, oh, I wish he black, so he my brother? No, I'm not gonna do that. Was TD Jakes my brother? Hell no. P Diddy? You know what I mean? Look, Slide my brother. Curtis Armstrong is my brother. You know what I mean? I got brothers all around the scene. And I don't need to have these Christians as my brother. I don't need to have Muslims. I don't need a religion to be part of me. That's the whole thing. You know, this is the beauty of where we are. This is the Most High show, and He's showing up and showing out for real, for real, for
Bro,
real.
bro, we've been live for 2.5 hours. And you know what, bro? Those skydivers are still floating around in the sky.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Our
That is
Elohim is nothing to play with.
Mm-mm. Nope. No, ain't nothing to play with. Nothing to play with. And so
Bruh, they are literally getting tossed to and fro, yo.
yeah, to and
Oh,
fro.
the king of terrors. They're getting tossed to and fro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they really are. I mean, how do you and it wasn't just one or two, this was a gang, a slew of
Bruh,
heathens up in the air.
and keep in mind you have to like release waste, use the bathroom. It's like
Mm-hmm.
imagine having to deal with like vertigo. They're
Mm-hmm.
not then with the sun coming up and going,
Yep.
bruh,
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
the mental anguish these people are going through right now.
Mm-hmm. That is a microcosm of the
Mhm.
macro that's coming.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. It is crazy out these parts, and that's why I just stay focused on the Most High. I ain't worrying about these people and their madness at all. I'll be laughing at them. Me and Sly, Romy too, Brother Judah. I know everybody laughing at these folks, but
Mhm.
that's just the way it is. That's karma. You know what I mean? That's karma. Now, last thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna let Sly say what he's gonna say. My last thing is jubilees. So I'm just gonna get. I'm not gonna read these, but I'm just gonna give the chapter and verse. Jubilees 22, verse 10. This is Abraham blessing Jacob. Jubilees 25. No, did I say that wrong? That's not Jubilee. That's not Abraham. That's Isaac, right? Isaac generations. No, that's Abraham. So 22 is Abraham blessing Jacob. 25 is Isaac. No, 25 is Rebecca blessing Jacob. 26, chapter 26, chapter 25, chapter 22. Chapter 26 is Isaac blessing Jacob. So this is why they don't like you reading Jubilees, because it's talking about Jacob. It's simple. Now I'm gonna defer to Sla.
I'm still here, my brother, just reading. Let's take a look.
Mm-hmm. Weather anomalies everywhere.
Okay.
Interesting, but I don't know how they got up there. Could have jumped out of a plane, all of them. I would think. I don't know. But go ahead, Sly.
Okay. Are we about to sum it up, my brother?
Yep. The summation of a thing.
Okay, we are going to the Nagamati the teachings of Sylvanus. This is Codex 7. We're going to read a paragraph out of this. I just had it. Where is it at? Where is it at? Here it is. Perfect. Wisdom summons you in her goodness, saying, "Come to me, all of you, O foolish ones, that you may receive a gift, the understanding which is good and excellent. I am giving to you a high priestly garment, which is woven from every kind of wisdom. What else is evil death except ignorance? What else is evil darkness except familiarity with forgetfulness? Cast your anxiety upon the Most High alone. Do not become desirous of gold and silver, which are profitless, but clothe yourself with wisdom like a robe. Put knowledge on yourself like a crown, and be seated upon a throne of perception. For these are yours, and you will receive them again on high another time." That was the end of that paragraph, my brother.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, because we could keep reading and we could turn this into like 3.5 hours.
I know, bruv, man.
Yeah.
Well, all I know is we appreciate Baruch Hashem, to the Mishpachah, to those that are listening later. We are just two watchmen on the wall, speaking, bringing what we see to the forefront. So, remember, our zeal is what's going to carry us forward. Remember, the zeal is going to carry us forward, and, just love and respect. I mean, it's not every day. We're getting our nation together, and we're separating from all the other people. And this is a good thing. This is not bad. We're not evil. We're not mistreating people. So just know that if you got something to bring to the table, please do. We're always trying to be edified by you. So with that said, much love, much respect. Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. And we're going to, since this was powerful, we're going to go out with power. Oh, Brother Levi, much love, much respect. Brother Judah, all the sisters, all the brothers, everyone. Baruch Hashem. Shalom.
Crush giants, power that can navigate clouds without pilots, power to influence the crowd and start riots, bring about a beautiful world with no violence. Got the signs to crush giants, power that can navigate clouds without pilots, power to influence the crowd and start riots, bring about a beautiful world with no violence. Yeah, all gold, everything. 5:30 when the bell rang. Whole building power up like a cell, man. A million years still running like a Mustang. Yeah, it's a new day. Stained glass all red like a Tuesday. Stay on 83's head like a toupee. Magnetic, have a blessing pursue me. Excuse me, cause we coming through. All dressed like Thursday, so blue. Looking good, smelling good, feeling brand new. Like we ready for the king to make his debut. Coming near you. It's a party, y'all. Put your feathers in the air, gon' start it off. Got the power, ain't nobody scared of none of y'all. We give the praise to the Most High, set it off. Don't let it off. Got the sign to crush giants, power that can navigate clouds without pilots. Power to influence the crowd, start riots. Breaking by the beautiful world with no violence. Power, got the sign to crush giants. Power that can navigate clouds without pilots. Power to influence the crowd, start riots. Breaking by the beautiful world with no violence. Power.
The dark gods. As we talk about the word Elohim, the Elohims can be considered gods. Plural. Not singular, plural. So you're talking about different extraterrestrial entities.
All praises to the Most High. I keep a sharp sword and it's close by. Settle my debts, we don't mess with a cosign. Pattern my steps in the field for the landmines. Beat begging like a hand sign. Going back to Jacob's trouble, that's a damn lie. Shit the vibe like a ley line. And we'll light this place up like it's daytime. I got the message, be at peace, so I'm feeling cool. And I don't care about your yapping, know you're feeling fool. Cause we ain't never giving energy to any enemy that literally ain't for nothing but a footstool. You special down to the molecules. Got the magic manipulating your particles. And we do it for the saints with the arsenals. Keep your Grammys, radio stations, and articles. Wow. Got the sign to crush giants. Power that can navigate clouds without pilots. Power to influence the crowd, start riots. Breaking by the beautiful world with no violence. Power. Got the sign to crush giants. Power that can navigate clouds without pilots. Power to influence the crowd, start riots. Breaking by the beautiful world with no violence.
Some of these gods have been put over the other nations to lead them astray. We have been under the authority of the Most High. He didn't put other beings over us to lead us astray.
Power, got the sign to crush giants. Power that can navigate clouds without pilots. Power to influence the crowd, start riots. Breaking by the beautiful world with no violence. Power, got the sign to crush giants. Power that can navigate clouds without pilots. Power to influence the crowd, start riots. Breaking by the beautiful world with no violence. Power.
They don't believe it when we say that we are God's chosen. They look down on the righteous, but we know that God noticed. The light of the world when everything is in darkness, but we can see the way. They're all gonna restore the kingdom back to Israel at any day. Just wait and see, you watch and pray. The Lord is coming back with angels, make a way. Fear in the hearts of the nations, they can't escape it. You were free for a while, but it come changes. 1 hour, that's all it's gonna take, that's all it's gonna take. It's 1 hour. 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. These gonna be devoured all in 1 hour. Judgment day is on the way, I hope you're ready. 1 hour. 1 hour. Yeah. Redemption is coming, the water flooding the earth. Just take a look in the mirror, how you can see that we curse. They keep us down at the bottom, and as a people we hurting. Just come back to the Lord, watch how we pull back the curtains. Yeah, we got power with God, yeah, we the greatest thing. Caught up in these lies, that's why our heritage was taken. Vengeance of the Lord, if you believe that's where your faith is. In the end, I know all we can say is 1 hour. That's all it's gonna take, that's all it's gonna take. It's 1 hour. 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. These gonna be devoured all in 1 hour. Judgment day is on the way, I hope you're ready. 1 hour. 1 hour.